Hello everyone, welcome to the Hobby Show and the launch of the Hobby Show. You all know me as Fleetwood J. I've got my merry mob with us tonight. We have got Adrian.
Hi all, good evening all.
And we got Mark.
Hey all.
And we got Dave as well.
Hey,
so
everybody, hello.
Welcome everybody. So, welcome to the Hobby Show. This is an exciting venture for all of us. Something new. We're all trying. You know us all from the Rootmaster Show, obviously. So, basically, what the Hobby Show is going to be a platform that's not going to be just hosted by myself. It's not going to be me all the time. It's going to be Adrian. It's going to be Dave. It's going to be Mark, and wherever Chris has disappeared to, Chris as well, hosting a show. Me and Adrian are both got exclusive builds. It's just going to appear on the Hobby Show. So more will be revealed at a later date what they will be. So, as I say, it's just going to be a place where you can showcase your crafts, your hobbies, whatever you do. We are asking for guests to come on every week. So if you feel brave enough to show us what you do, then feel free. Come and join us. If you like modeling, gardening, cooking, diamond painting, knitting, whatever, we would like to see your hobbies and your crafts week on week. Now, how it's going to work for a little while is basically it'll be 1 week will be the Hobby Show and 1 week will be the Rootmaster Show for about 8 weeks. This is because the Rootmaster is going to go fortnightly going forward from issue 110. So that leaves us a spare week in between what to do. So what we're going to do is we'll have a Hobby show where we'll basically discuss what we're going to do. Adrian might have a build he wants to show off. Dave might want to show his buses off. Mark might want to talk to us about anything else he wants to, any builds he's doing, anything exciting. Same as Chris, where he's disappeared to. I was hoping he'd be on, but he's not. So basically, what do you think, guys?
Well, I think it's going to be absolutely terrific. Already, we've had lots of people wanting to join both the Hobby Show Facebook group, which is obviously attached to this, and the Hobby Show YouTube channel. And obviously, I want to stick my neck out here a little bit and say that if you produce a hobby, then you are welcome. If you sell to people who are doing hobbies, then you are also welcome too. Come along on the show. Tell us what you do. Tell us what you sell. You may sell crafts for people who are doing hobbies. You may sell specialist paints. You may sell a commodity. You may sell obviously something to do with mechanicals, for instance, or you may sell something even greater to do with hobbies. So generally speaking, if it's a hobby, and a hobby can mean anything, absolutely anything. Making cards, for instance, that's a hobby. Restoring a ship, that's a hobby. Climbing a mountain, that's a hobby. Golf, gardening, you name it. If it's a hobby, if it's a pastime, if it's something you do for pleasure and leisure, then it's a hobby and it's welcome on this show. We want to know you. We want to know your passions. We want to know what you do, what you get up to in your spare time, obviously it's got to be clean and green. But obviously, we want to know what you get up to for a hobby.
Yes, basically that's what Dave was saying. Adrian, do you want to add anything?
No, I think Dave said it all, basically.
Okay, do you want to add anything, Mark?
No, I think Dave said it all.
Yeah, basically, as I said, anything goes. You know, I mean, we like to see you. We want to have a place where you can come and showcase yourself. That's it. You know what I mean? That's what we want to do going forward. You know, this is going to be the replacement for the Route Master show going forward. So, if you, like Dave was saying, anything we want to know, even if you did a quick 5-minute video and you don't want to be on the show, just send us the video. I mean, I will put the email and the link in the description below. If I haven't done already, I'll do it after the stream. Just email it to us, and we'll have 5 minutes of your craft, or 10 minutes of your craft, how long the video is. We want guests. This is going to be a guest show. So there is one spot. There's normally 5 of us with Chris Davies, but there's always one spot free. So if we have 2 or 3 people join us at one time, then basically we can do a rota system. 5-10 minutes each person, and see how we go that week, if you know what I mean. So
yeah. I think that's fair, isn't it? Because obviously, then people are going to get, they're going to get the fair share of telling us what their hobby is, what enjoyment they get out of it. Their hobby might even be their craft, their business, and if their hobby is their business, wow, that is something absolutely special indeed. I was very tempted at one time to sell some tractors many years ago. I used to have vintage tractors, and I was very tempted to go into buying and selling vintage tractors, as well as owning them and taking them to shows and rallies and ploughing matches. And it never came off, but it was an idea that I had. And so obviously, lots of hobbies nowadays. The cards again. Look, my wife makes these, by the way. My good lady wife Christine, she makes these cards only for pleasure, and she gives them away to people, and but a few people sell them. They make them and sell them, and as well as doing them for just pleasure. So obviously, there's a craft element there, and there's a small business element there as well. And obviously, there's lots of people that can get involved in things like that.
Yeah. Mark might want to get Julie on, and show us her dome painting or latch. Yeah. Whatever she wants to show, have 10-15 minutes to show us that. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I know it's going to be a bit of fun. That's what it is. And that's what we want to show you going forward. So tonight is just really telling you what it is going forward, So, I mean, if you want to, I have got my Renault 4 sitting in front of me. I have got a couple of issues I can do. So, if you want me to build them, just let me know. If not, I'll do it. Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Jason.
Because it's a little while since anyone's seen the Renault 4. It's normally on my channel, Fleetwood J. Like I say, don't forget to like and subscribe to our main channels, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. So
but I've figured this out. Any builds that you do on the here, you can download and then put them onto your own personal channel.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
No. Going forward, like I say, me and Adrian at the moment have got exclusives that are going to appear on here, not on our own channels. Mine is going to be the Ford GT. Hopefully that'll be coming in the next few weeks. And Adrian's going to do the Ferrari F40.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
that will be something to look forward. These won't be on our channels, but it'll be on here. So it's an exclusive to the channel. So, another thing. So this is where it's going to be. I mean, if your passion's Lego, show us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could say all night the whole list of arts and crafts and everything else.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll put the email in the description if I haven't already. So if you want to join us, email us, whatever. So or contact us on the group. Just one of the admins on there. So
So I know what I'm going to be doing.
what's that?
So a while ago, I've got to go up into Loft, but I used to be in scouting and I used to make paracord bracelets.
Ah, right.
So
Wow.
I'm going to do some paracord bracelets, and also I used to make Turk's head waggles as well.
Right.
So I'm going to be showing how you can do them as well. So I've got to go get all my paracord, all my rope down from the Loft.
Well,
What's a
that'd be interesting.
paracord bracelet, Mark? Excuse my ignorance.
Paracord bracelet. Hang on. I think I've got one. Just take me off a minute while I find it.
All right.
Okay.
We'll come back to Mark when he's when he's found it. I'll take him off stream for a minute. So
When it's been routing, yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah. Well, a few people, obviously, if you're watching, you can see my Route Master bus behind me. If you want to put me on screen for a few minutes, Jason,
Yeah.
and we'll have a chat about that. 'Cause a few people might not know what the Route Master show is. Well, there's quite a few of us that's building a 1/12 scale model of Route Master, and it's coming in what they call part works. So it's obviously coming in week by week by week, and it's been going for just over 2 years now, and we've got to just over this stage, actually. And you might notice that mine is I have to be different, of course. Mine is not red, like the normal London Route Master is, which like most everybody else is building. Mine is in actually a company's livery called East Yorkshire Motor Services Limited, and it's going to look like that. And so obviously this is the 1/76 scale model, and which, by the way, is another hobby. And you can see a cabinet behind me there full of these. So, which is obviously another hobby. So yeah, I've been busy building and painting and getting the livery right and everything. And I've got a couple of thank yous to say to a couple of people that may or may not be watching. One of them is the Revivist coach creation company. So Ashley and Kirsten, thank you ever so much. You sent me the correct paint codes so I can paint this model of my Route Master. And also, while I'm on about Route Masters, my wife's building one too, and she's not building hers in a London Transport livery. She's building hers in the Shillybeer livery of London Transport. And I've got a thank you to say to Malcolm King as well. So thanks, Malcolm, for giving us all the information necessary to do the Shillybeer livery. And one day it'll be sorted. And there's a smaller one, look. And one day it'll be sorted, and we'll have them all together and all on display.
Brilliant. Right, you ready, Mark?
Yeah, ready. Right, so this is a paracord bracelet.
Oh wow!
So it's a survival bracelet. This one's got a compass on that side. It's also got flint and steel on it as well. And also whistle.
Oh wow!
This is more an advanced one. I do a basic one of this. Now in here, these bits here, you can actually put fishing hooks and stuff.
Yeah.
And if need be, you can take this apart. You've got rope, you've got everything on it. So that's a paracord bracelet.
Excellent! Wow!
Brilliant.
Yeah. There we go.
What a brilliant idea!
Brilliant, yeah, fantastic there, so I mean. So, right, let's do a bit of a Renault 4.
Yeah, why not?
I'll just change my camera around. Give me a minute.
Shall we bring up the chat while you're doing?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so I'll go first then. So we've got the Hobby Show. Hello and welcome to our new YouTube channel. To place showcase your hobbies and crafts. And then I've said good evening and welcome everyone. And Fleetwood J says, hiya, how's everyone? Welcome to the Hobby Show. Dave Welchy Welsh says, good evening, guys. Yorkshire Crafter says, hi, everyone. Build with Adrian says, hi, all. Max Mod says, hi, everybody. Dave Milne says, evening, everyone. Build with Adrian says, hi, Dave Milne. Dave Milne says, I like the red banners. And Stephen Owen says, hi, everyone. So, hello to everybody on the chat.
Hiya. Red banners. It should be orange.
Yeah, it's orange, yeah.
Does Dave Mill want to come in?
You,
It might do.
if you are coming, Dave, you're quite welcome. I'm
Yeah,
sure
you're
Adrian
quite
will
welcome to
send
come
you a
in
link.
if you want.
Yeah. Right. I'll quickly show you
Yeah,
this
could do.
and
Yeah.
go for that. Right. This is the Renault 4 part work. It's been on my channel for a while. It comes from France. So delivery is a little bit slow on this, so I have to wait till it comes available. It's a French part work, not a UK part work. So everything in here is all in French. So it can make life a bit difficult with reading the instructions, but it's a fairly good read if you can understand French, you know what I mean? Today, we're doing the fuel tank and the bits and pieces. As I said, this is the model as it is at the moment. We've built the engine now up to issue 18. We've done the chassis and bits and pieces like that. Put the front wheels on. This is a highly detailed model. I mean, I was quite surprised on the amount of detail in the engine and that. If you haven't watched it, have a look on my channel. I've done a couple of live streams on this already going forward. So, as I say, this is issue 19. It's the fuel tank. So, I'll get the parts and we can have a look at them. I'll just move it.
So what made you want to build this model then?
I love old cars. I'm not a modern car person. I'm very much of a sort of like the 1970s cars. I loved like the Renault 4 to me was a very utilitarian car. Basic, did what it did. You don't have to, it was of its time, I think, if you know what I mean, and very unique. There's not many of them around nowadays. And I just loved the quirkiness of it, if you know what I mean. It's a bit like the Fiat 126 that I do as well. So they're all sort of older cars. There's not many around now, if you know what I mean. So
It'd be nice if you did a Ford Capri.
yeah, I could do a Ford Capri, yes. Excuse me. It's like they do in Germany at the moment. They've done a Trabant with a caravan. I would love to do that. There's a FSO going around in Poland. I wouldn't mind doing that. There's a Lada going around in Russia. I wouldn't mind doing that, if you know what I mean. So I'm not into these cars like the DeLorean, the Fast and Furious, and that sort of thing, if you know what I mean, or the Knight Rider car, if and when that ever comes out. So to me, I just like basically an old classic car. I've always loved classic cars, and I think they have more character than modern cars now, if you know what I mean. So that's why I like doing it, really, if you know what I mean. So, right, let's have a look at the parts and see what we've got. My French is rather rusty, but I can roughly understand, if you know what I mean. So we got part one, which is the fuel tank lid, or base, it should be, I should say. And that's the second part is the fuel tank top. These are plastic parts, and this is the fuel pipe here. And that's plastic as well. And then we've got two lots of screws there. So, right. I need to turn my model over.
That's looking really heavy.
It is now, and it's getting unwieldy because I've only got wheels on one side, if you know what I mean, at the front,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. So, right. Basically, that goes that way. I just need to check. Nope, that way. Is it? Yeah, that way.
Hi, Alex Demetrius. Thanks for joining us.
So the fuel tank goes that way. So I need to flip it. This is going to be fun. Trying to flip it over and put some screws in. So what do I need? CP screws. So I'll just drop that for a minute. So we need 4 CP screws. I have got up to issue 23 of this. So there will be another live stream on my channel next month or so, hopefully. I am waiting for some more issues to come from France, but with what's going on nowadays, that could be a little while yet before I receive any issues going forward. So just check. Well, CP screws. So basically, I've got 4 screws in to hold the top and bottom.
So to those of us that are watching for the first time, Jason, on a part wax, this is a typical part wax of a vehicle.
Yeah.
And
you get so many parts per week to build up the vehicle. I mean, as I say, I'm up to this is issue 19, so this has been going would have been roughly about 19 weeks. And you're this far ahead. There is 100 issues in this to complete the car. So, as I say, with the Fiat as well, that's 125 issues. But that's not only just the car, that's a caravan as well. So that's on Model Space's website. This has come from Altea, which is Model Space, but it's the European arm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have to pay more to get that over in the UK?
Yes, you do, sadly. Postage can vary week on week depending on exchange rates, weight of the issue. So the one I am actually dreading is the body shell because that's going to probably be a bit, quite expensive because that'll be a weighty part, if you know what I mean.
With it being metal, yeah.
This is up to issue 25. I have got a French sponsor who's gladly paid for the up to issue 25. He is on about helping me going forward, which I will be grateful if he did. If not, then I've got to bear the full cost of buying the part work and shipping costs going forward. So, which will be quite expensive. So, I have to see, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, hi, Gordon, Maguchi, and Jan. Thanks for joining us tonight. I hope you're keeping well, you too.
Right, so it's... Right, that's just basically the part on there. Going forward, that's the fuel tank there. So,
yeah,
I'm just checking to see what they want me to do with this other part here. Looks like they're telling me to basically wait, really. But so that part there is not used, but it's telling me to use 2 GM screws, which I have got here ready to put that to one side. So that's basically issue 19 done of the route mark of the Renault 4. So I'll do another one because that was short and sweet. Number 20 is a bit more complex. There's a bit more parts in here, as you can tell by the detail of the car
Wow.
forward. So,
Superb, yeah.
this is why I like the car. It's just basic and simple. It's not contentious. It's not a Ferrari or anything like that. Anything flash. It's just a everyday car for an everyday person. So,
I suppose that's where we're going backwards in time, really, isn't it? Because all the modern day cars and modern day buses and trucks, etc., are all electrified. You have to have a computer to plug into them, and you cannot fix them like the average man or woman in the street, with a set of points and plugs, and you can't do that with them anymore. So we're going backwards in time, really, because obviously, they're not meant for the backyard fixer. You've got to really take them to a garage nowadays, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. Well, we've got a bit of electrics in this one, so looks like we've got the battery box and the switch.
Oh, what sort of batteries go in there then? AAA?
Looks like AAA.
AAA's, yeah.
Yeah, looks like 2 AAA or possibly about 2 AAA, I think, in that one. Then we've got the battery cover. And then it looks like, trying to roughly translate from French, looks like a piece of chassis plate. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
That's metal, by the way. The rest this has all been plastic so far, but this is metal. So
yeah.
And then we've got screws, got GM, EM, and BP. So let's just get rid of the plastics.
Excellent. I love minis. Hope you're all right.
I love minis.
Right, let's have a look. Right, so basically what it's telling us now to do is we've got to get the battery pack. Yeah, 1C, that's all right, yeah.
As long as you're not putting R2D2 batteries in it, you're fine.
Yeah, well, the battery pack sits there. And looks like the switch. Just try and have a look. Right, let's just put these in first. GM screws. So,
I think since Model Space did that with the R2D2, everybody panics about what batteries are going to go in their partworks.
yeah, it's a bit of a stupid odd one. Why they use them rather expensive batteries, if you know what I mean. I could understand perhaps that it needed, because it was quite complex, really, the R2, wasn't it? Because you had a lot of,
gosh, yeah.
The projectors and, you know what I mean? So,
what's that?
Come on.
No, that was my phone. Chris Davies isn't coming on because he hasn't got his Mac or his laptop set up and he's too tired.
Okay.
So that was me. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
And that was me again.
So to anybody watching, obviously this is what a lot of us do on here. We do part works, and but this channel is not solely and wholly for part works. If you've got another hobby, you can obviously share that hobby with us, and we'd like to see it. So if you're making a model railway, or you're making cards, or you like gardening, for instance, or you like golf, or anything that can be classed as a hobby, you like restoring a vintage bus, tell us all about that. I mean, wow, that would be superb. Tell us about anything that you're interested in. If you like animals, for instance, if you're a keeper of cats, or if you like baking, or if you like knitting and sewing, or anything at all. And obviously this is an omni natural channel. So obviously, ladies, you're quite welcome to pop along. Children, you know, if you've got permission to come on with your parents and you've got hobbies, you know, you can come along too. So obviously, if you've got a hobby and you want to share it, you want to tell us about it, come on by all means and come and share it with us, because this is, after all, it's the hobby channel, so it's the hobby show, and obviously we want to see your hobbies.
Yep. And Sparkles is the mascot, so she'll be along. Well, she was actually out earlier on. Adrian saw her, so I don't know if she'll be out tonight, but hopefully in the future, Sparkles will be out and about, saying hello to everybody. So, because as you know, well, my partner Sean, she keeps her hamster Sparkles, and she's part of the Route Master show, so she's going to be part of the hobby show as well. So she's the little mascot. So
You need to get her a little driver's hat to wear for the Route Master show.
yeah, true. Basically, what I've just done there is I've just put the switch in on this side here as well, going forward. So, right, next part looks like this metal plate goes there in the middle. EM. So, if I'm just taking my time over this, he's just trying to translate what he's trying to say from French to English, if you know what I mean. So,
Yeah, of course, it's difficult if you don't speak French.
yeah.
French.
The reason why I'm also doing this one is it's not available in the UK. There isn't that many people that's going to be doing it. You know, I mean, if you look on YouTube, there is a few French people, YouTubers, that are currently doing it. But as far as I'm aware, I'm probably the only one in England or the UK that's doing it on YouTube. So
Unique then.
Unique, yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
You know, a bit like the car, really. I mean, the Renault 4 itself was basically like a car, a van, you know what I mean, a people carrier of its time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it, really. Right, so that plate's in now. And last but least step is basically to put the battery cover on. Oops. If I don't. And that's it there. That's just the battery cover on. And that's basically issue 19 and 20 of the Renault 4. So 19, I'll put the fuel tank on. 20, I'll put the battery pack in, the switch in, and the middle chassis plate, and the battery cover.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch more of my Renault 4, tune in on my channel. I will let you know when I do the rest of the stream. At the moment, I'm still waiting for some issues to come, so it might be a little while yet before the Renault 4 is on my channel due to what's going on at the moment. So,
yeah. Can we just have a quick look at the engine on that, please, Jason?
yeah,
Close up to the engine. Wow. That's amazing, isn't it?
yeah,
The detail in there is cracking.
it is. I mean, I had to do some of this off stream because it was just so hard to understand what the French was saying in there. It wasn't quite clear, but we got there and we did it off stream, and that's it. So
Yeah.
it's got somebody by the side of me who wants to say hello to everybody. Yeah.
Oh, there we are, Sparkles.
Yay!
Yeah.
There
Well,
goes Sparkles.
yes, it's me again. She goes, I had you earlier on. So this is Sparkles. She's she is one now. And I say she's the most diva-ish hamster we've got. She's definitely a mummy's girl. She's not mine. She'll tolerate me, but she prefers her mum, if you know what I mean. So, but some of you that are probably watching this for the first time, we nearly lost Sparkles last year due to a massive tumour growth on her. She had the op and she survived. As you can see, she's well and truly flighty, and but she's lovable. She loves her mum to pieces. So that's the main thing. I got it for Sean because of the situation with Sean, with her mum passing away a few years ago, and she's always had hamsters. So yes, so Sparkles is part of the Hobby Show family, and she will be making appearances on and off throughout the show. So, as I say, if you've got hamsters, guinea pigs, rabbits,
guinea pigs.
Yeah, we can, if they fancy coming on the show, and giving the Sparkles a run for the money, then fair enough, if you know what I mean. So,
yeah, dogs even.
Or even dogs, yes.
Yeah.
I wish I could have, cats. We've had cats, yeah. As many of you know from the Rootmaster show, I'm a massive Staffy fan. So if you've got a Staffy that wants to come on, please spam me with Staffy. Not too many, please. You know what I mean? I am a massive Staffy fan. I love them to pieces, and they're a breed that sadly gets, the wrong treatment for wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'll say that's all the Hobby Show is about tonight. It's just basically an introduction of what the show's about, what you're going to experience, and that. Like I just did a few issues there of the round 04. Every week going forward, and we might have something different on. So this week on Wednesday will be a Hobby Show. So we will do links on the Rootmaster group and the Hobby Show group to tune in.
Yeah.
The reason why we're doing that is basically the issues are going bi-weekly for the moment, between 110 and 117. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah. The bi-weekly out there now for a while.
Yeah. So what we're going to have to do is we'll do Hobby Show next week. Then it'll be 109 of the Rootmaster show the following week. Then the Hobby Show again, then 110, just for a little while. And also then it gives us a bit of variety during these tough times for, a bit of peace and quiet. What I might actually do is on Wednesday, I might do a couple more of the Renault 4.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Why not? To fill the gap. So,
there might be some other bits and pieces come in. You never know. You never know. If anybody out there in internet land has got a hobby that they really want to show, come along and show us. Yeah. All you've got to do is link up to StreamYard if you want to come live with us. You can come live with us. It's not a problem. We've got space for one or two more. If you want to just show us something, by all means, send us a picture or with an explanation or whatever. There's all sorts you could do that way.
Yeah. I was just about to say something. My mind's gone blank then. Always starts saying you think something, it pops in and pops back out again. As I say, anything really. It's your show. This is all about you and what you want to watch. You know what I mean, and who you want to watch. I might host it one week, like I said. Adrian might host it the following week. Mark and Dave. So there's never going to be the same person on the Wednesday or whenever we do it. You know what I mean. So, like I say, there will be exclusive builds on the channel as well. So going forward. Basically tonight is just basically an introduction of what the hobby show is about, what we like to do. If you got any suggestions, what you would like, for the show, find the group on Facebook and just put a post there. Oh, I'd like to see this, or I'd like to see that. And if it's something we can do, we'll try and do it, all fair enough. Once the restrictions are off with what's going on, I might just do one night. I might be on as a guest, and I could do a live stream off the beach.
Yeah.
Show you where I am, the Fylde Coast. I've got amazing views looking over Morecambe Bay into the Lake Districts. And obviously, I'm only so many miles away from Blackpool. So I might be in Blackpool one night, and I might be able to do a live stream in Blackpool. So, there's various things we want to do, but obviously at the moment, we're all locked in, and we all got to do home crafts. So, if you're in the garden, if the weather's nice, if you've got a veg patch, show us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is all about you, and this is what we want to do going forward. So, anyone want to add anything else?
No, well, not really.
I'd just say, pass the message on to other YouTubers about the hobby show. Word of mouth is one of the best things you can be for, people joining the channel. So pass it on to anybody, that might be interested.
Yeah.
If you do 3D printing, we want to show that off, things off. As some of you know, that me, Adrian, was building a 3D printed tractor with Paintment Penny. Due to Penny's circumstances, with that project's on hold. But we hope to get that project hopefully up and running once Penny has sorted herself out. And that could be put onto the channel as well. So, we've got things about, and that I have got my diorama that belongs to the Route Master. I could show that off on here as well.
Yeah.
I know some of you have seen it already off the Route Master show, but, that's it, basically. Oh, I just want to say a quick thanks to Dave Welch for some tweezers he sent me. So thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Yes, he also bought me some connectors as well, wire connectors. So, thank you, Dave.
We appreciate, all the little gifts we get. It makes us then feel that we're doing the right thing for you. We don't ask for them, but if you want to buy us a gift, then feel free. Our own individual wish lists are on our own channels. It's nice to receive a gift, and it's nice that people think of us and what they think of us and going forward. So I'll say good night tonight. We'll tune in on Wednesday for the hobby show. The hobby show should be just a little short stream, about an hour and a half, just to talk about things, do some builds and that. It's not going to be a long stream. So, and like tonight, it's only just a launch of it and get the gist of what's going to happen. Also, tease out some little problems we've got as well. So, also, I'd like to say thanks to Mark for doing the intro at the front of the show as well. So, thank you very much, Mark.
You're welcome.
Right, I'll say good night for me. Please join me on Wednesday on the hobby show. I will do the links and that for the show Monday or Tuesday, and Dave will post them in the relevant groups. So good night. Take care and be safe from me. Over to you lot.
Well, before we say good night, I was going to bring up the chat. If you want to bring up the chat, Mark.
Oh, right, okay.
If you can.
So we've got Dave Milne says, got sound but picture frozen. That were a while ago. Working again. Yorkshire Crafter, High Sparkles. And Sean, Bill Adrian. Don't ask. It's been a long day. I was up before my wife this morning. That's very rare. Very, very rare.
If you call Sean Cyan, she'll kill you. So.
Sorry, Sean. Sorry, yeah. Yorkshire Crafter, can I just say a big thank you for the compliments for the diamond painting? Yes, you finished the bus.
Yeah, it was.
If you haven't checked out Julie's channel, please check it out. This diamond painting it blew me away. The first time I've actually seen it, and G's channel's brilliant. There's a lot of tips and hints on there and that. So please like and subscribe and share the Yorkshire Crafters channel as well, please.
Yeah.
Super.
Also, if nobody subscribed to any of the other channels with us on tonight, come and subscribe to our channels. You know,
Yeah.
we need your support.
Yeah.
Dave Welch, I'm currently building an Italia 1.24 scale Mercedes-Benz Powerliner truck whilst watching you.
Wow.
Gordon Medici began building the Airfix 1/12 scale Bentley 18 years, but haven't touched it in a long time. This group might be the incentive for me to finish it off. Yeah, come along.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, please come. If you've got webcam and a mic, or just a webcam, and you want to show this your Bentley off, please come and join us. Same as Dave. Show the truck off, please. You know, even if you just want, you know.
If Gordon is only 3.9 miles away from me, so if he wants to come down here for the hobby show one night and show off his Bentley, he's quite welcome. I've got a cam and everything, so
yeah. I'm hoping Dave might start doing his Lancaster since 1983.
haha.
No, that is a model that's been on the cars for a long time.
See, that could be another exclusive, Dave, on the channel.
Yeah.
As well.
Good, yeah.
I bet there's nobody else out there doing one.
No.
Dave Welch says you're both welcome. Dave Mills said good show, enjoyed it. Dave Welch, night guys, and enjoyed the show. And that's chat.
Yeah,
Jolly good.
brilliant.
Thank you, man.
As I say, good night for me. Take care, all. Be safe, and I will see you Wednesday, 8 p.m. on the Hobby Show, on the Hobby Show channel. So I'll let these motley crew fight out who wants to say goodbye first, and it's good night for me.
Go on, Dave. You go first. You always go
I'll
first.
say
All
goodnight
right.
before they do.
Okay. Well, I'll go next then. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the launch of the Hobby Show. Be sure to be back here when it's on next, which is on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And obviously, see what we're up to then on the Hobby Show, and we'll see how we go there forward. If you've got something to share, post it in the group, in the Facebook group, or come on as a guest, you know, and show us what you're up to, and you'll be quite welcome. We was all shy at one time. We was all red-faced and everything at one time, and we was all difficult to put our voices to camera and faces and everything. So obviously we all started somewhere along the line. So anyway, good night, guys, and thanks for joining us tonight. And give the Hobby Show a nice good thumbs up, please.
And I'll just say good night, all. Thank you for coming in. We did bring this channel forward because of what's going on out there to entertain you guys. And we're just four ordinary guys going about our daily business. So good night, all.
Yep, good night. I'm just going to put up the email address along the bottom there. That's the email for the Hobby Show there. So if you want to do that, then fair enough for me. So I'll say good night, all, and take care. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Good night, all.
Night, all.